What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Joni Mitchell, and we're going back to her song To a Seagull, 1968, and we're up to the title track. Once again, shout out to Nikola for sharing this and much else. And yeah, I've been intrigued by the title phrase since we began the album. It sounds like one of those old poems or even sonnet ode to a something, song to a seagull in this case, but it does sort of fit into that like payment of tribute or homage to something. Nevertheless, I expect it to be a visual scene. I expect it to be coastal, you would think, given a seagull. Perhaps they can go farther inland or be farther out to sea, but by and large, you expect them to be in coastal areas, so I wonder if we'll actually hear seagull sounds. I wouldn't be terribly surprised, but let's see what I can catch on the first listen. This is Joni Mitchell. It's Song to a Seagull from the album of the same name, 1968.
Fly, silly seabird, no dreams can possess you.
Say city seabird?
No voices can blame you for sun on your wings. My gentle relations have names they must call me for loving the freedom of all flying things. My dreams with the seagulls fly out of reach, out of sight. I came to the city and lived like old Crusoe on an island of noise in a cobblestone sea. And the beaches were concrete, and the stars paid a light bill, and the blossoms hung false on their store window trees. My dreams with the seagulls fly out of reach, out of sight. Out of the city and down to the seaside, the sun on my shoulders and wind in my hair. But sandcastles crumble and hunger is human, and humans are hungry for worlds they can't share. My dreams with the seagulls fly out of reach, out of sight. I call to the seagull who dives to the waters and catches his silver fine dinner alone, crying, where are the footprints that danced on these beaches, and the hands that cast wishes that sunk like a stone. My dreams with the seagulls fly out of reach, out of sight.
Another really cool tune, and one that just has that kind of late 60s singer-songwriter, spinning stories and painting pictures type of feel to it. And yeah, I mean, some of the references don't seem that surprising, although it seemed like there was the play on the city being like, like a, what's the right word? Not mechanical, but an industrial or like hard surfaced analog for things that you would normally see, like flowers or lights and so on. It felt like there was a bit of a play on physical environment, one thing being expressed by surfaces or materials that are very different. But then there's the thing of the seagull of the city, and then it leaves the city and it's going out to the sea, and it's like out of reach in her dream, and it felt like she was choosing to dream about the seagull or the seagulls relative to maybe other people having other dreams or visions. There was a lot going on, and I'm not sure how it all ties together, but the bits I caught were interesting in the sense that each one of them seemed to be like one facet of the larger narrative, but ultimately, talking about dreams and visuals, and it was very much indicative of the coastal and visual scene I maybe anticipated, though again maybe with like an inversion of some of the natural terrain being more urban and city based. So yeah, ultimately a really interesting tune thematically without knowing exactly how it all stitches together. And as I said, it just has that mellow songwriter with a guitar feel to it. I did enjoy some of the sonic moments in particular, and it's funny, that second line after the out of reach, is it out of life? I kept, because of the vocal extension on it, I was always, enjoying it melodically or sonically, but I wasn't quite sure what the final word was. Because like the F sound at the end of it wasn't necessarily clear or even there. So I didn't know if that's what the second line was. But yeah, bottom line, a cool tune, and one that, as I've gone through this album, seems very much of the piece stylistically. So yeah, ultimately getting a sense for at least Joni's sound at this moment in time, like during this particular album, late 60s. And again, I know there's more to go. So looking forward to it on this album. Is it the next tune? Yeah, I think it's the last track. It is. So Cactus Tree. And once again to remind, and also again shout out to Nikola, but this is the 2021 remaster of the 68 album. But yeah, that's the last tune. So Cactus Tree, and then we'll be on to whatever the next step is in the journey. In the moment, I don't have that in front of me, so I'm not sure. But as I said, shout out to Nikola, shout out to all the folks sharing the different deep dives and allowing us to go through these catalogs, and to all the people who are super positive and supportive. As the channel's grown, every once in a while someone will like comment for the very first time, and they like don't quite get what we do on the channel, and it's like, like, sorry, you can check out the videos if you want, but there's a lot of people who just enjoy what we do here, and they're part of it. So shout out to you, and don't worry, I won't let the occasional 1 in 500 or whatever naysayer get me down. But it is funny though, because again, as the channel's grown, it happens slightly more often, even if it's still a rare anomaly, which now sounds redundant. But yeah, I do appreciate those people who understand the sort of DIY nature of the channel, and ultimately are part of these different journeys. So in any case, let me know what you think of the song. I will see you next time. Peace.